Publisher's Preface. The theosophical movement of the 19th century began in 1875. The Secret Doctrine, first published in 1888, was written by Madame H.P. Blavatsky to establish an authentic record of the teachings of the theosophical philosophy. The Secret Doctrine is not, she said, a treatise or a series of vague theories, but contains all that can be given out to the world in this century. Quote from Volume 1, page 38 from the introductory. By 1925, 50 years after the inauguration of the movement in New York City, the original edition had long been out of print. At that time, the midpoint of the centennial cycle of the theosophical movement, the Theosophy Company first made available a facsimile edition of Madame Blavatsky's great work in the form of a photographic reproduction of the original edition. The present volume is identical with previous printings of the facsimile edition, although from new plates. Besides the original edition of 1888, the only one authorized by Madame Blavatsky, several other editions of this work have appeared. One of these, the so-called Third and Revised Edition of 1893, is marred by many thousands of alterations, some of them trivial, some actual mutilations of the original text. Included in later printings of the so-called Revised Edition is a spurious third volume of the Secret Doctrine, issued in 1897, 6 years after the death of H.P. Blavatsky. Compiled from miscellaneous papers found among her effects, this volume forms no part of the original Secret Doctrine written by H.P.B. The Third and Revised Edition was followed by another in 1938, this time in 6 volumes, called the ADR Edition. Except for additional indexes, a biographical sketch of the author, various typographical changes, and the inclusion of the material attempting to justify publication of the spurious third volume, this ADR edition is substantially the same as the earlier revised version. Still another edition of the Secret Doctrine has been printed from reset type, except for gratuitous, quote, corrections, unquote, of the author's Sanskrit scholarship, and the addition of irrelevant sectarian matter. This edition is virtually an accurate reproduction of the original text. Its exact authenticity, however, cannot be determined without laborious comparison with the original. The genuine Secret Doctrine has only 2 volumes, while, as originally written, the Secret Doctrine was to be published in 4 volumes. Only 2 volumes were given to the printer by H.P.B. The remaining 2 volumes, although complete or nearly complete, were withheld by her for reasons clearly indicated at the close of the 2nd volume of the original edition. See Volume 2, page 798. With the present printing of the Secret Doctrine, the Theosophy Company continues its function of providing students and inquirers with unaltered editions of the original literature of the Theosophical movement. The 2 volumes of the original edition are here bound in one for the convenience of students. Otherwise, this edition is a perfect facsimile of the original edition and can be relied upon as such. November 17th, 1947, the Theosophy Company.